This stat is shocking to the industry and has big implications as to what's coming. Have you heard what's happening in the market right now? Guys, we're going to dig into the change in the number of closings. It's really crazy. And also what's happening in interest rates right now. So let's get right into those numbers. Guys, in April so far, we've seen roughly 526 closings. Now, if you're not familiar with how many closings should happen in a month, that may sound like a lot, but it's not. It's actually a lot lower. It's actually 286 less closings than we saw last month. Now, if you know anything about the seasonality of real estate, the further we get into spring and summer, each month should see more closings. So the fact that we're seeing less from March to April, a lot less, it's a big indicator of what's happening in the market right now. And then year over year, last year in April, we saw 1,091 closings. Guys, that's over double the closings that we've seen so far this month in the month of April. It's a huge change. This stat is shocking to the industry and has big implications as to what's coming. It's really important that you're educated on that and that you know what's happening so that you can make better decisions, because less closings is a result of less homes on the market. So if you're a buyer, you need to know that and understand inventory is really low right now. So we'll talk more about what this means for buyers in just a little bit. But let's dig into some interest rates. So as of today's recording, interest rates are give or take around 6.5%. Again, that depends on your credit score, how much money you're putting down, your debt to income ratio, all those things, right? There's a lot of factors that go into that, but give or take 6.5% interest rate. Now, what's coming for next month? Because we've seen rates going up and down over the last few months. It's really been kind of a roller coaster ride. Next month, it's been forecasted that the Feds are going to increase another 25 basis points. Basically, that means another 0.25% interest rate increase. So, not exciting news for interest rates. Again, this is a forecast. You know how crazy the world we live in. But what's forecasted is another increase, net increase. You'll probably see a little bit up and down, but probably net increase of about 0.25% next month. So, be prepared for that. And reflect on how that affects your ability to purchase, because it will affect the amount you can get on your loan and how much you pay per month. Big things to consider. So what does this mean for buyers? For buyers, you need to be prepared and don't hesitate. Be prepared. Guys, you have to have your pre-approval letter, okay? You can't wait and find the right home and then submit all your paperwork to your lender and get all that going. You need to have a pre-approval letter in hand if you're serious about buying a home in this season. The timelines, the house will be gone by the time that you get everything over to your lender and then they get that letter back to you. If you're working with a great lender, they can typically get it to you pretty quickly. But when time is of the essence, the last thing you need to do is be worrying about that. You should already have that done. Most pre-approval letters will last 90 to 120 days. It's 3 to 4 months. So just get that in, get that done, be prepared, understand the conditions. If you're gonna be prepared, you have to know what's really going on. And videos like this are gonna really help you to be educated on what's actually happening versus what Uncle Expert is telling you is happening in the market, right? We've all got a family member or a friend that thinks they know what's really happening because they watched the news or they saw somebody said something. But the stuff that we're giving you in these videos and that other experts have, they're telling you what's really going on, giving you hard numbers, you can really see what's happening. People like myself are actually making offers for buyers and reviewing offers with sellers. So we see literally what's happening in our market versus someone in a national news broadcast is projecting over the entire nation. The greater Omaha area is significantly different than many other areas, so it's important that you're getting information from a professional who's working in this area. So you've got to be prepared if you're a buyer. The other thing, don't hesitate. So when you find a home that you like, it's got a lot of those non-negotiables that you need in a house, put in your best offer. The last thing you want to do is miss out on something. Sometimes we're hedging our bets a little bit, and then we realize after the fact that we wish we would have put our best offer on the table because we didn't want to miss out on that house. To give you some perspective, $10,000 more in the price that you offer is only about $60 a month. Now, $60 isn't nothing, but at the same time, if that was the difference between you getting a house that you really love or missing out on it, you'd put that extra money on the table every single time. But $10,000 sounds like a big number, and it is. Where the rubber hits the road is where that money paid per month is, and that's $60 a month. Guys, when we get later this year, or certainly by next year, from all the forecasts that we've been giving and we've been hearing from market experts, we should be at interest rates in like the mid-5s. So that extra money you're offering now is going to be really a wash when you refinance when those lower rates come. So you put some more money in now, but it's going to wash out a little bit by the time that you get that lower interest rate. If now is the right time for you to buy a home, you can't hesitate. So what does this mean for sellers? For sellers, we're giving you one huge point. You have the power, okay? You have the power right now. You should be doing a strategic rollout with your home. Your home should not just be haphazardly thrown out on the market in the middle of the week with no strategic marketing or planning or review period. I see it all the time. Homes are just put on the market on one of the least activity days of the week when people are at their 9-to-5 jobs and not everyone can get out that night to see the home. It happens all the time, and tens of thousands of dollars, I'm telling you, are missed out on by sellers because they're not having a strategic rollout. You should be having it. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. We've experimented a lot and feel like our way is the best, right? But there's a number of ways you could do it. But whatever way that is, it should be strategic and it should be leveraging the market for your favor, because right now, as a seller, you do have the power. You should have some kind of review period where you're collecting offers and then leveraging those offers against each other to put more money and more favorable terms on the offer table for you. So again, you have the power, leverage the market. Here's the other thing that a lot of sellers are not thinking about, or that people are not telling them about, is that get yourself time to find your next home. So if you're selling, you can get a 60-day period to go out and find that next home, because inventory is so low right now that many buyers are willing to give you a window of time to go out and find your next home. We've done this with a number of our sellers, because sure, you could sell your home fast, but what would you move into? You can get a 60-day window. I'm telling you guys, we do this all the time. Buyers will agree to it, and you'll still get a great price and other favorable terms. You have the power. You should be leveraging the market in your favor and getting great terms. I hope this video has been a huge value add to you and helped you educate about what's going on in the market and what we think is coming in May. So my name is Jim Hare from Hare Homes Realty Group, Keller Williams, Greater Omaha. If you are considering selling, buying, or building a home, we need to have a conversation about how all of this affects your specific situation and when may or may not be the right time for you to consider your move, and how to position yourself to be in the best situation possible for your family's future. So give us a call, give us a text, reply to this video, whether you're watching it on social media or YouTube. You can find our information pretty easily anywhere. You can just Google search our name, you'll come up. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Have an amazing day.